Brendan Murray. I'm the president of DPA. Our question for the panel today is, there's been a start in implementing the special, the implementation of the CRPD, especially through the DPO group. But what we would like to know is what, in the next three years, your party will do to make sure that the full implementation of the CRPD is done, and the Convention on the Rights of People with Disability, okay, that you will make sure that that is implemented, and what your priorities are in actually doing that implementation.
Kia ora, can you hear me? Cool. Okay, yes, I spoke about it before. We need to enshrine it, but we also need to build on the work that's already currently done with the appointment of the Commissioner, the Human Rights Commission. There's actually a draft plan that's been written, so I just wanted to say that we would endorse the your group and the expertise provided by the Convention Coalition Monitoring Group of Disabled Persons Organisations. I don't have the expertise, you do. We just need to make sure that that voice is given and that there's processes in place to ensure that those priorities are established and integrated into a plan, because you've got to target and plan for it. I'm sorry, I don't know enough about it to speak in depth. Kia ora.
Thank you. Paul.
Can I acknowledge the input that disabled people's organisations or DPOs have had, because the importance of having people with lived experience of disability rather than the non-disabled community making decisions is incredibly important. In the Disability Action Plan, we have laid out which agencies will be accountable for implementing the different elements of the plan. This could be the Ministry of Social Development, it can be the Office of Disability Issues, and in some cases it's the DPOs themselves taking the lead. On the Justice Select Committee, which I serve on, we have recently followed through on making sure this country has a Human Rights Commissioner dedicated to addressing disability issues. This is something that is being implemented, but I want to see us honouring all parts of our international obligations over the next few years as we implement this plan between 2014 and 2018.
Thank you. Chris. Over to you.
The first thing we'd do is we'd reappoint Ruth Dyson as the Minister of Disabilities, because as someone who helped author that piece of that agreement, she knows that she wants to see it through and fully implemented. And it is about partnership, involving and resourcing the disabilities organisations to make sure that they are part of the decision-making process. And we understand it's also about making sure that the government departments who are tasked with implementing it understand some of the language and some of the needs of the disabilities community, to make sure that the partnership just isn't between us, yourself, and they're not included in that, because they're going to be the ones who are going to be tasked with implementing it.
Hugh.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm not the expert on the United Nations rights of people with disabilities, but our policies generally are to support people with disabilities and to listen to what they have to say and to take note of what they have to say. So we look to promote disability support services that facilitate independence, and I would imagine that that's a significant part of the UN Declaration, and therefore I would see that our policies would be to support the UN Declaration. Thank you.
And Mojo.
One of the Green Party's election priorities. Our priorities is actually getting action on education, on housing, on employment, on transport, and on captioning. We have budgeted amounts for these to make them a reality. We support the Disability Action Plan, but it doesn't go far enough. Our policies actually take elements of that plan and actually put them into practice and go further than them. We're also supporting working with DPOs that have a special status under the Convention and in the implementation of these priority areas.
Thank you.